So I told you I'd get you a video of a 3D print in progress. So here we go. This is a 3D print in progress. This is going to be another dice tower, and it's going to look like a tree. So you can see in the inside. So obviously the outsides are solid, and the insides it's called a lattice. And the objects aren't solid. I mean, that would be a tremendous waste of resources. So you have a lattice like this that, when made, has structure. And it's strong, like really strong. You can take one of these things and you can, drop it, or, I mean, throw it nicely against something and it won't break. But they're really strong, and they're not completely hollow, but yeah. So these are, finger for comparison here. I don't want to get my finger in the way of the print, but yeah, they're. I don't have anything for scale here. No, not really. I have some wire cutters. Kind of show you the size there, but yeah, this is a print in progress. I'm gonna just let this go. I'm actually doing this one in the hopes of using up some almost empty spools. Like I've got this one here that, in some cases this would normally just be thrown away or recycled. This one is you can see when they're full, the material is all the way up, above the hole there, and now it's almost. I'm trying to get a good angle here. Now it's almost at the bottom. So this spool is almost empty. Like I showed you, this one is almost empty, and then there's another one here that is almost full. We're at. What are we at? We're gonna gauge it here about 800 grams. They're a kilogram each, by the way, 2.2 pounds. And I'm just trying to get rid of some of the open ones that I have, so they don't go bad. Sorry, I was looking behind me to see if I could see any more. So yeah, that's an update. Now I'll do a second half of this video, not two parts, but just a second half. Which will actually be recorded later tomorrow. This is going to be printing overnight. It's been printing for 5 hours now, and it's at 10%. So yeah, it's going to be a while to print this. But this printer, this is the Ender 3S1 Pro. These printers do really, really, really great with interruptions. So when this runs out, when the spool runs out, this printer will pause, and it'll hold itself in, like it'll hold the heat on the table, it'll hold the heat on the element for hours. So it's probably going to run out in the middle of the night. When I wake up, I'll come and change it, and it'll resume without a loss. Whereas some other printers don't do as well when you change spools. So these ones are really nice, regardless of whatever printers I end up going with, which is probably the K1s. That's those enclosed ones that you saw. I'm going to keep one of these around just to get rid of spools, because they handle them so well. So yeah, we'll add on to this video once there's more to it. I mean, maybe I'll do a bit in the morning, show you a couple seconds of that, the progress overnight. So right now it is about 11:30 p.m. I'll try and remember to grab it in the morning, and you can see the progress. And remember, we're at 11%, and it's been running for 5 hours and 20 minutes. And this one specifically is called Spirit Tree. So yeah, we'll carry it on in the morning, and then probably final product So this video will actually take more than a day to make. So anyways, we'll see you in a couple seconds. There you go, little buddy. Okay, so it's the next day. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I told you we'd give you update on printing, and we're starting to see more of what's going on. So last night it was just the lattice, and now we can see, I remember I said this is for me it's been 8 hours, for you it's been mere seconds. Sorry, here, let's get this light on. There we go. So as I told you, this is going to be a tree. So you can see the roots of the tree now. Yeah, this is going to, of course, grow up. We have a little bit more glare here now. So we're at 38%. It's been running for 13 hours and 6 minutes. So still a ways to go. I mean, I'll do, like I did last night, I'll do another update in a bunch of hours, and we'll see you in a second. So another quick update on the printing. We're at, what are we at here for time? We're at 55% complete. Been running for 16 hours and 58 minutes. 17 hours, might as well say it. And doesn't really look a lot different from last time, except, you know, things are taller, and the back section is being formed. So that's where the dice comes out, and then obviously at the top, and the printer's in the way, that's where the dice goes in the top. So, you know, it drops in from the top and then it comes out the bottom. So again, next update is probably going to be oh my goodness, close to completion. Okay, so a continuation of the 3D print. So we're now at 81%. It's been going for 22 hours, 56 minutes. Yeah, let's just say 23 hours. So I normally wouldn't print something on these printers, by the way. They're too slow. So this being this slow, using up a whole bunch of electricity, you know, you got to work those cut. Oh, hi, buddy. Owen's ready for his walk. So it uses up too much electricity. The only reason I'm using it is to get rid of this this extra material that I have. These half-used and 90% used spools. Here, let's take a look at Owen here. Here's a Bisquit. He was just helping me check out the dehydrator. And then here's Owen, just outside the room here. I know we're talking about the printer, and then we're going to go walkies. Hey, there you go. Hi. So anyways, we'll look at Bisquit for a moment here. And yeah, so the printer, it's just too slow to print like stuff like this. So you print smaller things. We use the faster printer. That's the one that's called the K1. That's the big one in the box that's enclosed. It is much faster, much more efficient. Can you still make money using these? Of course you can. It's just you don't want. It's probably going to be a 30-hour print or so. You don't want to do a 30-hour print because everything's electricity, right? There's cost to everything. I mean, the material is the material, whether you print it in this, whether you print it in one that's slower, whether you print it one that's faster. The material is the material. It's going to have the same cost. The electricity cost makes a difference, right? 8.9 cents per kilowatt, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'd have to do the math. But it is all worked out in a spreadsheet, but this is simply a material killer. That's the only reason I'm doing this on here. So you can definitely see the tree is forming. The tree is coming to life. So the dice comes out this hole here, and it has a wall to stop it. And yeah, the tree is on its way to being completed. Like I said, it's at 23 hours, 81%. So again, it'll probably be, well, probably after I go to sleep tonight, before it's finished. So anyways, we'll take this to the next update. Okay, so as promised, here is the final video of the 3D printed spirit tree. This is its name. We'll kind of get a look around. So here is where the dice come out. That's where the dice goes in. It's called a spirit tree because it's covered in what looks like spirits, like ghosts. You know, some of them are easier to see than others, and it's all the way around. You'll have to trust me; I can't get the camera behind it very well. But overall, it took, what did it take? 27 hours and 9 minutes for it to be 100%. So, yeah, I did say it would take a while. But here it is in all its glory. It's complete. It's very nice looking, and whoever ends up buying it will absolutely enjoy it. Of course, it's not going to be the only one that I do, but you can only do one at a time with one machine, right? That's why I have multiples, but right now, as we discussed, a lot of these things are they're not set up right now, right? I've got limited space because this room needs to go from a storage. See, there's a printer on the floor, there's another printer there. This room needs to go from storage / disaster to, you know, functional, like my shelf there. I know it's just one small thing that's being done, but it's part of a larger picture, right? I mean, so that right there is a printer, that right there is a printer, that right there is a printer. There's printers everywhere. I just don't have room for them. You know, for so you see this material here, this spool. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. There's, 5 more on the top shelf. There's more on the bottom shelf. There's a small spool there. There's another spool there. Like, there's another spool there. I've got to get this organized so I can start doing things so that I can start listing them and making money, right? Right now, this is costing me money. I can't really say it's costing me money. It's not making me money, therefore it is costing me money. I don't know how much though. So that's why, the dehydrator here, that needs to be working. That needs to be running. Making something. The 3D printers need to be doing something. That dice tower, this dice tray, don't want to knock things over. This other dice tower that I showed you before. They need to be doing something to earn the almighty dollar. I've spent the money on this equipment. Now we need to use it to earn. So anyways, the next update is going to be, I think the next update is construction update on building workbenches in here, in this room. So this table is going to go away. It's going to be replaced by, I believe, either a large workbench or maybe an L-shaped workbench. Eventually, I've got to get electrical done. That's after I plan the workbench so that I can bring the electrician in and say I need a plug here and here and here and here, etc., etc. We're going to be using the window for ventilation. Yeah, there's just so much that's going to be happening. Why does it need to be ventilated? These machines here, this is a material called resin. it must be ventilated. And you also want to ventilate the heat and potential smell out of the dehydrators. We're in the house, right? I don't want the house smelling like, I don't know, whatever you might put in there that might be stinky. You know, you can do liver for a month straight. The house is going to smell like liver. You know, so get a ventilation system built up, put it out the window, and it can take care of that. Also, a big commercial dehydrator like this, it's 1,500 watt heater. So two of them. This 3,000 watts. I mean, you all know what kind of heat a space heater puts out. Well, now add two of them to your house in the middle of summer. Not fun. Each of these, the hot end. So this is the hot end. That's only the fan. You can't really see it. It prints from right here. Oh, it's looking messy. I gotta clean that up. But anyways, that prints at, what does that print at? 200, right? 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, 200 degrees Fahrenheit for the hot end. The build plate is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So imagine 3 or 4 of these running in here, plus 2 of these. I mean, this room's going to be a sauna. So we've got to get ventilation to blow out the heat, and ideally, these dehydrators should be in a cabinet on their own to isolate smell and heat and get it evacuated. So anyways, this was supposed to be a quick update on the print, but we went a little bit further and gave you more plans for construction updates. So take a selfie with somebody you love, and we'll talk to you soon.